Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. There is no time for delay. Because all we know for certain is right here, right now. This is where all of our power is. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of all those stories, anxiety, stress, all those beliefs that don't serve you. That's the head trash. We need to throw that out. So subscribe, like this channel, and just keep informed. Every day I'm doing a video here talking about some element of this human experience that creates a lot of difficulties. So you see behind me I have a circle, and this is what I do every other Wednesday now, is lead the circle, which is basically a group head trash clearing session, because we're so tied up on this. And what I really ultimately want to do is clear out that junk, allow you to find peace within you, because this is stealing your peace, your happiness, your joy, creating darkness over your light. So once you're in peace, then the magic happens, and the circle has a lot of meaning, that we are one. All different expressions of the one. And the circle also reminds me of how I see the energy of consciousness, that it's constantly swirling around us, supporting us, nurturing us. But this mind likes to put up the umbrella, the barriers, to really preventing from tapping into our true self. Because once you know your true self, you are unlimited. I don't really have any talk plan per se, any insights on what to talk about today, but just to remind you, that we're constantly playing a game of forgetting who we are, then remembering who you are. So the circles are still reminding us that we are one with the one, with all that is, that there's no separation, there's no limitations. It's all possible. But we have to be willing to take that first step toward change, toward possibilities. That no one's in your way. If anything's in your way, it's that false self, the ego, that is blocking you. So it's about slowing it down, remembering who we truly are, spirit, whole and complete, just as we are right here in this moment. But the mind's always judging things. This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. Those aches and pains in the body that we're judging ourselves. And we have to realize when you're focusing on pain in the body, what you focus on expands. This is why I don't like talking about healing, because healing implies there's something wrong with the body. And if you're focusing on what's wrong with the body, it expands. And we don't want things to expand. We want things to loosen up, if you will. To be free, to relax. Because relaxation is where all of our power is. When we're tapped into our center, it's not up in here. It's not out there. It's always within you. So we're not trying to raise our vibration, because we were born whole and complete. And we're born like this perfect bell, this perfect tone and pitch. Then each piece of head trash adds a piece of tape to the bell. So over the years, our bell makes this thud sound. So we want to strip away all that tape and restore our vibration. Restore our vibration. So we're not raising the vibration, we're restoring it, because we came back. We were born perfect spirit, and we'll die perfect spirit when the body drops away. So the energy is perfect when it comes in, perfect when it leaves. It's the in between, the human experience, where we dampen our vibration. So the goal is, if there is a goal, is to remember who we are in this lifetime, not so trapped up in the stories. We need to let all that go. And I hear people talking about ascension. But ascension, again, gets me looking outside yourself. And we really want to descend deeper into ourselves. It's really about the descent into self, not trying to escape the self, trying to ascend out of the human body. No, we're here in the human body for a reason, to add to the collective knowledge, to the collective wisdom. But the mind gets trapped up in all these stories and all this way of being. And we just need to let all this go and find that peace within you. That the mind likes all these complexities, all these difficulties. And it really doesn't need to be this way. It can be a lot simpler. Once we get off the head trash, life is a lot simpler. You're not dealing with the anxiety, the stress, playing the what if game. What if this happens? What if that happens? It's just wasted mental energy. So we don't need to worry about the future. It will take care of itself. We just need to do our best in this moment and not judge, not condemn ourselves, because we're always doing our best in this moment, because that's where our skill level is right here, right now is where our skill is. It's not in this future guessing. So just keep slowing it down. Keep finding that peace within you, and all will be well, because all is well in this moment. If all is not well, then you're judging this moment. It's not our job to judge the moment per se, but if the moment is undesirable, not your preferred human experience, you can change it, because you have the power to change, because you're co-creating with the universe, one step at a time. You're always co-creating. Just remember that you're always co-creating with the universe. Like I said, there's nothing planned today. So when I really tune into spirit, I talked about this recently too, that there's, you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to validate yourself. You don't need to impress anyone. You just have to be the real you, the authentic you, not the story of you, not the character that you're playing in the world. You just have to sit, relax, then take this inspired action. Inspired action comes from inspiration and spirit. So acting from spirit and taking those steps from spirit. Not this mind trying to force things type of being. There's no need to force. No need to force. So maybe this talk will be, I have no idea what I'm talking about today, because I'm just on a little bit of a ramble today. So there's really no agenda. No agenda, life just sort of unfolds. And it unfolds perfectly in ways we don't understand, in ways we can't comprehend as well. So these aren't scripted, these aren't planned out. These are usually free-flowing thoughts, but I usually have one thought and I sort of run with that for 10 minutes. But today there's really nothing going on. There is no agenda, there's nothing going on, there's nothing planned. It's just unfolding, just unraveling right here in this moment, the perfection of this moment. Can you find the perfection in this moment, right here, right now, not judging anything, just allowing it to be. And if it's not desirable, accept it and say, okay, I see what's going on here in this moment. How can I change the course, the direction? And then just trust those steps that arise. So YouTube has this algorithm where they look for videos at least for 10 minutes for sharing purposes. So I'm just going to ramble on for a few more seconds, if you will, another 30, 40 seconds, so I can get that 10-minute mark so people can get this into their feeds, because there is some knowledge here, there is some wisdom, that you are whole and complete. You don't need to have everything scripted out for you. You can just sort of let life unfold as it will. And that's perfect when it does that, because you are perfect spirit. That's the mantra. You are perfect spirit. Everything's unfolding perfect divine timing in ways that we don't understand, that we can't logic out, that we can't explain. But perfect spirit will always be here. It will never leave you, because you are perfect spirit. So take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.